After 35 years of not being on a bicycle, I'm looking forward to getting on my bike during the month of March and riding into each parish in the diocese of Down and Dromore. This is part of our special Lenten project with the Bishop's Appeal, when we will be raising the profile of two projects, one in conjunction with Christian Aid in Honduras and one in conjunction with Tearfund in the Jordan.
Here at Tearfund, we're delighted that the Bishop's Big Bike Ride is supporting our first ever church and community mobilisation project in Jordan in partnership with the Diocese of Jerusalem. The church in the Middle East has a wonderfully rich Christian heritage. It is now ministering in the midst of some very challenging contexts, ministering in urban environments, working with a growing refugee population, and working to peace build in amongst divided communities. At Tearfund, we believe the church is God's chosen vessel for transformation and kingdom change. So this project will equip, excite, and envision local congregations just like yours to be that change amongst the poorest in their area. Your support will enable us to train local facilitators in church and community mobilisation. It will facilitate the translation of resources for local congregations and will allow us to provide a Bible study called Awakening the Church. We're so grateful to Down and Dromore for recognising the significance of this project and for their generous support as we seek to empower local people and local churches to transform their communities in a sustainable and holistic way.
Christian Aid is really pleased to be involved in the Bishop's Bike Ride for the Down and Dromore Lent Appeal. We're working particularly in an area of Honduras called the Dry Corridor, and in that part of Honduras, many people are particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. It's an area where they have recurrent droughts, and sometimes after those droughts we get very heavy rainfall, and that can lead to flooding and landslides. So some of the money that's being raised through this appeal will be going to support the work in that region. We're working with 80 families there, and we're particularly helping them to train in the best agricultural techniques. We're also giving them seeds and tools and fruit trees for planting. We're providing materials so that they can harvest rainwater for irrigation. And we're also supporting people to produce their own organic fertiliser. As well as that, we're giving people small livestock like hens, and all of those things mean that people can have a reliable source of food even when the droughts or the floods come. So thank you so much for supporting this. You're helping families to adapt to the effects of climate change and also showing in a really practical way what it means to love our neighbour as ourselves.
So Colin, are you ready to get on your bike?
Now Lydia, Lydia, you don't know any clergy who cycle all over the place in the winter, do you? But I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
That's good. How many miles is it again?
We haven't worked it out exactly, and we're doing a fair bit of zigzagging, but I reckon it must be around about 350, something like that.
So a gentle spin.
A wee stretch of the legs.
Well, I suppose it has to be a challenge, because this is not just a fundraiser, this is an act of solidarity with people in Honduras and Jordan as they have their own challenges in bringing change in their communities.
Yes, indeed, and they're doing all that in their own circumstances with really few resources.
Absolutely, and these projects are at the heart of what the Church of Ireland Bishop's Appeal supports. Yes, we support disaster relief response, but we also strive as a church to live out Christ's calling, to come alongside people, not just to enable them to survive, but to support them in their journey and to walk alongside them, going that extra mile so that they can also thrive.
Yes, indeed, it's great to be walking alongside people in this sort of way, or in this case, cycling.
And we and all of the team are cheering you on, the cyclists and the projects, and we're wishing you every blessing and every success. So now, Colin, on your bike.
Thanks, Lydia.
So do watch out for more details in your parishes and online and on social media and on our diocesan website, and please do give very generously and organise your parish to give very generously. Kong, 350 miles, is that right?
350 miles. Bishop, it's good to air the legs after a long winter. Sure, this is just a wee stretch of the legs. Let's get going, come on.
Okay, thanks Colin.